another love song. Girl, you got me and me sprung on. Loving like you know you fixed it. Turn me crazy like I did some. Really knew you was the one.
Today is Saturday. I don't know what today's date is, but today's Saturday, and I'm here chilling out with my family. We got the boys, we got the girls, we got the hubby, we got the, what do you call it? A gecko? Oh, got something to show you. I got a new pet, a new toy, a new pet. So we just here chilling in the house, super cold outside, and just wanted to kind of bring y'all a little something. Sorry about the lighting, but I want y'all to see my little baby. I haven't named her yet, him yet. I don't even know what it is, really. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Oh, that's really hot. That does get hot. I'm trying. Here, hold that for me, please. Look at her, or him, or...
Him either.
Huh?
You're not even getting it.
What do you mean?
It wasn't on the camera.
See through the glass. He, she, I don't know, whatever it is. It's so cute. I have to think of a name. So, drop down in the comment section if you have a name that you think would fit. Not really sure if it's a boy or girl yet. They told us at the pet store that it's a little bit too young to be able to tell right now. So we're not really sure, but
It's probably cool.
she's cute. Say hi to the camera. Say what's up. Then it has this little worms, disgusting little worms.
Gross!
It's this little habitat here. Alright, baby, put it back. Today, just wanted to kind of bring y'all a little story time. I had something really weird and kind of creepy happen to me. I don't know if you would call it creepy, weird, or whatever, but it was given crazy. I just wanted to kind of share this story with y'all. I was telling my baby about it, and I told a couple of people about it, but it just was really weird and it was strange. So it goes a little something like this. I was at work one day. Hold on a second, guys. So, story time. I'm at work, super busy at work, okay? And I have an account with Rent-A-Center. Yeah, we have an account with Rent-A-Center, okay? Still rent things. I had a couple things that I saw there that I liked. We rented, whatever, okay? So, anyway, with the snowstorm and everything that we've had, I haven't really had a chance to actually get into Rent-A-Center because we've basically had two real bad storms in the past I don't know, week and a half or so, where it was like school was canceled, just super bad. So anyway, this particular day I already had made up in my mind. I'm like, okay, on my break at work, I'm gonna go to Rent-A-Center, pay my little bill. Wasn't much, it was like 160 bucks. Pay my little bill, and then that's gonna be that. Anyway, this particular day, which was about 3 days ago, I'm at work, super busy, and about, I don't know, 4 o'clock or something like that, I get an alert. I get a couple of alerts on my phone. And so I check my phone. When I'm at work, I keep my phone on silent. Obviously, it's the professional thing to do. And, you know, I don't want to have my phone ringing while I'm at work. So most calls or whatever I get, I don't get them at that time. But I check my phone throughout the shift. And then I, you know, if I have any missed calls or whatever, I'll return the calls or what have you. Anyway, long story short, about, I don't know, 3 o'clock or something, I get an alert on my phone. I'm checking my phone and I see that I have a withdrawal out of one of my accounts. I have a debit on my account. And I'm like, what the heck? So when I look at the description on it, it says Rent-A-Center. Now, I'm just kind of like, you know, I'm kind of bugging out, and I'm kind of just wondering, like, what like, what could it possibly be? Because I never use my card to pay my bill at Rent-A-Center. Normally what I do is I'll go into the store and I'll pay cash. So it just was a little strange that I was having the money taken out of my bank that I didn't approve. So anyway, call Rent-A-Center, and I'm talking to the girl, and I'm like, okay, so you guys are just going to take a payment without
Son of a
me
biscuit
telling
eater.
you can? Now, mind you, my card that I have is not really on file at Rent-A-Center, but I made a payment one time, okay, because typically, like I said, I pay in cash. I go in, made a payment one time using my card, and they decided to save it, okay? So, boom. They have my card on file, so I call and I'm like, okay, I'm seeing that you guys took a payment out of my account. I got the bank alert. Why did you do that? So the girl gonna tell me, okay, she gonna say, well, you called here an hour ago.
What?
And said that you wanted to make a payment.
Liar, liar.
Now mind you guys, I'm at work, busy at work. Haven't called nobody, haven't spoken to nobody. She gonna just tell me that I called an hour ago and made a payment. So I said to her, no, I did not. I did not call you to make a payment. I always come in and I pay with cash because I've had some bad experiences with my debit card, so I don't really like to use it. So she's like, okay, yeah, I see, you know, that you typically pay in cash, but you called me an hour ago. I said, okay, well, tell me how the telephone call went if I called.
Busted.
Well, this is how the telephone call went. Hello, this is such and such. Welcome to Rent-A-Center. You said, this is Janice, and I would like to make a payment on my account. And I said, okay. Can you please give me the, what did she say? The expiration date on your debit card. And she was like, I took the payment. And I said, okay, you're lying to me because
Liar,
for
liar.
one, I never called you. I said, I'm busy at work. I didn't call you. So that's a lie. Now, mind you, at this point, I'm tight. I'm tight. Okay? I'm crashing out at this point because it's like, you're going to tell me that you spoke to, first of all, you're telling me that you spoke to me an hour ago when I know that you didn't speak to me an hour ago. Okay? So when I tell you that it wasn't me, I never called you, instead of you saying, okay, well, let's see how we can resolve this or whatever, you're going to proceed to say, well, I did speak to you, and so what do you want to do? This is what she said. So what do you want to do because your payment is late? Oh, woohoo! Your girl almost went in. Because for one, okay, my payment was a couple days late, and for two, what do you mean? So what do you want to do because your payment was late? Because to me, that's giving you just charged my damn card, okay? So at this point, I'm on fire. Okay, I'm on fire. So I'm like, you're lying, and you just charged my card because you saw my payment was late. And I said, I'm looking on my phone. I'm like, okay. And I said, you guys called at 2:30 or whatever. She was like, yeah, I called you 3 times. Okay, so furthermore, that's let me know, okay, that you was thirsty because you called 3 times. So, of course, I'm going to be like, you called 3 times. So, you just took upon yourself to say, okay, I called her 3 times. She didn't answer. Her payment is late. Let me snatch this bread. That's what it was giving to me. You can't tell me nothing different. So, I'm going back and forth with her at this time. I'm just pissed because the way she's answering, she's being super insensitive. She's telling me that I called when I know I didn't call. I'm like, okay, well, so who called? Well, it was a female. So I'm like, okay, this girl is lying. I'm like, listen, if you guys just wanted to take a payment, just say that. So she's like, well, what do you want to do? Do you want me to give you a refund? And I'm like, listen, B, I didn't say I wanted a refund, but what you're telling me is not making sense because I never called you. So she's getting ignorant on the phone. I'm beyond being ignorant on the phone right now. And before I knew it, I just was like, I'll see you in a second. And I banged on her. Okay? Boom. Getting my stuff on. At this point, I'm just talking to myself. Okay? I'm at work. Now, mind you, I'm at work, so I'm still trying to be professional. So I got myself locked in a room far away from where all my residents are, far away from any staff, and I'm just pissed. Okay? Boom. Put my boots on. Go over there. Before I walked in the store, I'm like, trying to get it together. Don't go in here acting a damn fool, Janice. Don't go in here acting ghetto, crazy. Get it together. Calm down. So I calm myself down. I go in the store. I see the girl. She the only one in the store. I look at her. I said, so you're telling me that I called you and told you to just charge my card after I told you that I never called you? Well, I'm just saying, okay, maybe it wasn't you, but it was a female who called and they said that they wanted to make a payment on your account. So I told her, for one, I'm the only person that has access to the card that was charged. I have it in my phone case because my phone case is a wallet. I said I have it right here when I'm at work. I have it locked up. Nobody else has access to it. Nobody's ever had access to it. She's going to say, well, are you sure your boyfriend or your kids or anybody? No, you're not listening to me. I keep my card on me pretty much at all times. And on top of that, even if my son or my boyfriend had access to my card, why would they, without telling me, call, pose like a female, and say that they're making a payment on my account? Make it make sense. So, you know, I looked at her and I said, you know, I already called corporate. Oh, I skipped that part. Okay. When I was at work pissed off, before I even went over there, I was like, I'm calling corporate because I just knew some sketchy was going on. Okay. So anyway, boom. I'm like, okay, so what do you think happened? What do you think could have possibly happened if I'm telling you that I didn't call and you're telling me a female call? I said, no, as a matter of fact, better yet, I'll do you one better. Look at your phone log, okay? Since you're saying that you spoke to me about an hour ago, I said, pull up the phone log. She says, well, I don't think it's going to be able to tell like that because, for one, when some people call, it shows up. When other people call, you know, sometimes it doesn't show up. And, you know, I could have had a ton of calls within an hour, hour and a half. There's no way. I said, okay, you're Rent-A-Center. I'm pretty sure within an hour, hour and a half's time, you guys didn't have a million calls. You can't go back on that little call ID, boop, 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 scroll down and see. Okay, because after you called me at 2:30, 2:40, whatever it was, you said you spoke to me whenever, pinpoint the time. I'm looking at my phone. I have the time that you guys took the money out. I'm having the time that you was blowing my phone up. So at what, in between that time, figure it out. Look on your call log. So at this point in time, I'm thinking she's sus. Okay, because she's kind of scrolling down. I don't know. There's no way I can really tell. Even if I look at, see, because this person right here, there's no number that showed up. Basically, she was not even, and this is what was making me even madder, because I feel like you're trying to convince me that someone called to pay my bill, but then you're not going the extra mile to try to help me understand how is this making any sense. Okay, she fake hitting through the phone. Long story short, I was like, you know what, I can see right now I'm not getting anywhere. Take my card off of file. Okay, take my card off of file right now. I sat there in the computer and watched her Okay, and you know, we went through the different scenarios. Before I got to the point where I just was like, I'm done, we went through the different scenarios. I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, do you have somebody else with the same last name? Is it possible that, you know, you use my card information to pay somebody else's account with the same last name? And the thing that really blew me is she's telling me that, well, technically, I can't even authorize a payment. I can't complete a payment without without me having the person's, what does she say? The person's expiration date. So there's no way I could possibly know your expiration date, and there's no way that I could have possibly just pushed the payment through. And I'm like, okay, I understand that and I get that, but at the same time, if I know I didn't call you, something had to happen. Okay, it's not, you know, and then, you know, for a split second, I started to get kind of freaked out because I'm like, this is weird. This is weird, because if she's saying that she can't push a payment through without the expiration date, and I know nobody else has my card because it's with me, I've never given it to anybody, then what is really going on? Okay, before I continue, like, comment, subscribe, and just let me know. I'm just curious to see what you guys' take is on this situation. What do you think could have possibly happened? Because it is a little creepy, it's a little weird. I'm still kind of like up in the air of, I mean, I even went as far as to call 2 other rent centers just to find out if it was any way that if a person had a card on file, if they could just click a button and process somebody's payment just like that. And I was told from 2 different places that they needed an expiration date and they needed like the security code on the back of the card or whatever. So at this point, I'm just, my mind is just baffled. Okay, like, is there really like spirits walking around like, okay, Janice, like, it's giving, your bill is late, you know, you need to pay it, we just gonna put this payment down? Like, I mean, come on, is there ghosts, is there spirits, is this like some old paranormal activity, some old, I don't know what it's giving, but I do know that it's giving real weird, and I know for a fact that I did not call them, I didn't make a payment. So just drop down in the comments and let me know what you guys think could have possibly happened. I don't know. I don't know what it's giving. I don't know. I have no idea. But it just keeps, you know, and it's been like 3 days now, but it just keeps playing in my mind. And another thing, you know, I called corporate. I explained to them, you know, exactly what happened. To me, it was an unauthorized payment. They were supposed to call me back. They have not called me back yet. And I don't know if it's related to when I was in the store talking to her. I was like, okay, I'm just going to let it go. It is what it is. Because she was like, you know, I would never do something like that. I have kids. You know, I would never do anything like that. I started giving her the benefit of the doubt. And she asked me the question before I left the store. She's like, so, you know, I spoke to my district manager. I heard that you had called corporate. Like, do you still want them to call you? Like, and I'm thinking in my head, like, why wouldn't I? Like, it's still an unresolved issue to me, you know. But just from her asking me, like, do you still want a call from corporate? Like, yeah, I do. I want to know what happened. Like, maybe they can dig into it a little bit deeper or whatever. And she was really asking me, like, so do you think there's a need? Like, she thought it was just all squashed, you know. And so I'm still on the skeptical side. I understand what they're saying about they need this, they need that, but I don't know. Maybe there is a way to bypass stuff. I don't know. You know, maybe it's not, the only option is not just you have to have someone's expiration date on their card. Obviously something happened. Okay, so like I said, if you guys have a take on it, please let me know, because, you know, that paranormal activity stuff, I ain't even with it. Till next time, guys, peace.